You can hear me now? Does that sound about right? Welcome to John Burroughs School. We're here for some MLK game action as John Burroughs takes on MICDS in Metro League action. And we're getting in today's broadcasters for the game today as Earl Austin Jr. is getting set up. This is the A-Train, Arlington Lane of In the Zone Network. Bringing you a little halftime action before they get started. A minute left to go. And we're getting everything wrapped up and getting started for the second half. 20-12, the ladies of MICDS is ahead right now, 20-12, as we bring in Earl Austin Jr. for the first half. We're getting ready to get started again. And coming up in the second game, the boys will take over between the Country Day Rams and John Burroughs Bombers. They'll take over here as we are live from Burroughs, bringing you MLK basketball action through Rare Gem Productions and the In the Zone Network and the Earl Time Update. About to get started here in the second half. And we should be ready to go right here.
Burroughs MICDS leads 20-12. Burroughs in the white, MICDS in the dark red or maroon, if you will. Burroughs with the first possession. That's Peyton Starks with a baseline jumper, no good. Madison Fuller snatches the rebound. Long three-point shot, bang!
Great shot.
Excellent play that time.
Madison Fuller on that.
Yeah, Ingrid Keene knocks down the three, and just like that, 20-15, Burroughs starts it off with a three-point shot. MICDS tried to get it to Jessica Brooks. That's Kristen Holmes. Desire Harrell. That's Jessica Brooks. MICDS still deliberate here. Burroughs in a man-to-man, kind of sagging off. That's Ivy Pease. She knocked down a couple of jumpers. Ellie Gira, guarded by Vanessa Polk, a couple of nice freshmen. That's Jessica Brooks, dribbles in the lane. She's cut off. Desire Harrell gets in the lane, but meets Vanessa Polk, who blocks the shot.
Great
Starts
rejection.
Off the Keene. Excellent job. Misses the shot that time. Zaire Harrell dribbles through traffic and is cut off by Peyton Stark. She'll reset the offense. Kristen Holmes, Earl Austin Jr., Arlington Lane here with you. Zaire Harrell with another jump shot. Bang! Zaire Harrell with another 18-footer. She's knocked down three perimeter jump shots tonight and almost gets the steal. MICDS 22-15. MICDS with the pressure. Arlington doing a nice job with the full court pressure.
Exactly. They're doing great on defense, and Zaire Harrell is doing an excellent job. You're seeing her knock down a couple long jumpers out here, especially off on the wing.
Earl Austin Jr. and Arlington Lane here. You can listen to the game on Spreaker.com. Of course, we got In the Zone and Earl Time Update. My Twitter, at Twitter.com. You can watch the game. And Facebook, One Rare Gem Productions on Facebook. Zaire Harrell, who just hit a jump shot at the head of the key. She's guarded by Walter. Going to a little 1-4 high set now by the Rams. They've shown you the triangle or the 1-4. Trying to get a little high-low. Zero over the top to Brooks. Beautifully executed. She lays it in. MICDS with a 9-point lead, 24-15. And here come the Hounds again. Full court pressure.
Beautiful pass by Jira. Oh!
Look at this. Ingrid Keene back-to-back triples from the right wing and the right corner. And she scored all 6 of Burroughs' points. 24-18, 5:20 left in the third quarter.
Great stroke by Keene, man. She's doing an excellent job so far in this third quarter.
Jessica Brooks with a little dream shake, but not having it was Madison Fuller with the nice stuff, but it goes out of bounds. Madison Fuller didn't bite on the fake, and Brooks dribbled right back to her, tried to turn around jump shot, and Madison Fuller able to block it out of bounds. MICDS will retain possession.
Fuller said, no way, it's not happening here.
Lobbed over the top. Brooks tries to chase it down. Lily Walters reaches in, almost steals it. Brooks goes to her knees to get it. Harrell now in the double team. She's in traffic. 3 people. It's finally taken away from Starks. Brooks gets, Harrell picks up her 3rd personal foul, trying to regain the possession. That's a big call there because that's one of your better players, and she may have to take a seat with the 3 fouls.
And looks like she will.
Yep. Alden Small will come into the game, and 5 minutes to play. Let's see how the worm turns with Harrell, one of the better players of MICDS, taking a seat with the 3 fouls. Burrows, look at it. Vanessa Polk wants the ball, gets it to Madison Fuller. She tries to throw it, and it's tipped by Jessica Brooks out of bounds back to the Bombers.
That was great defense by Country Day because it almost could have been a basket right there for Burrows.
Ingrid Keene has really got Burrows going with a couple of 3-pointers. She's got another look. No, she's going to fake this time. Gets into the lane. To the left. No good. Off the rim. Polk with the rebound. No good, but she's fouled on the play. Vanessa Polk well on her way to her average of 11 rebounds.
So a great play by Polk. That was excellent. So you get 2 shots here.
6'2" freshman Vanessa Polk. She was an excellent volleyball player, all-conference. Will definitely be an all-conference basketball player, averaging 11 and 11. Hits the first free throw, and Burrows.
And she's only a freshman?
Only a freshman, yes. Very poised, skilled. Second free throw, no good. 1 of 2. 25-19, Rams lead the Bombers. Of course, this is Earl Time Update coverage of MICDS John Burroughs, sponsored by TW Constructors. Kristen Holmes gets it to Alden Small, to Jessica Brooks. IVPs works it between the circles off the Brooks screen to Kristen Holmes. She works off an IVP screen. She tries to dribble baseline, and she's going to be fouled on the play. Lily Walter trying to cut her off, but picks up the personal foul.
Yeah, great movement there by Brooks. Excuse me, by Holmes, that is. And you're going to get the side out.
IVPs will trigger it inbounds. Gets it inside to Gira. Gira outside the Small from 15 feet. Look it.
Great shot by Small.
MICDS has lived in that mid-range area, 17 feet. They've hit at least a half dozen. 26-19 midway through the 3rd quarter here at John Burroughs. That's Ingrid Keene. That's Peyton Starks. Walter gets it on the baseline to Fuller. Fuller to the left hand, no good, but she draws the foul on Gira.
Beautiful pass. That was a beautiful pass there.
Ellie Gira will pick up the personal foul. Madison Fuller, as we talked about, a track and field star for the Bombers. She's headed to Vanderbilt University in Nashville on a track scholarship. First one is good. Her grandfather, a good friend, Rich Gray, he's the head coach of the Ladue Rams girls basketball team. He won't be happy with his grandbaby missing that free throw, but she's 1 of 2, 26-20. Rams lead, 3:48 left in the 3rd quarter. That's Kristen Holmes working a little weave with IVPs. Oh, the Small wants another one. He checked that time by the freshman.
Yeah, she had to see if she still had that good stroke going.
Yes, she did. Lily Walter gets it to Keene. The Fuller inside. It's tipped away by Gira, and it's going to be out of bounds. Gira with the good defense, and the Bombers turn it over. 3:24 left in the quarter, down 6.
Gira was breathing real close on her on the offensive end, so that was just perfect defense by Gira, and she caused the turnover.
We're on Spreaker.com. Earl Time Update at Twitter, at Earl Austin Jr., and One Rare Gem on Facebook. MICDS versus John Burroughs. Gira at the high post. Gets it to the point guard, Holmes. Jira's going to drive right on Polk. Instead, kicks it out to Small. She wants another 15-footer.
Hey, one miss is not enough. She gets a bucket here, so Small doing the job.
Small, Pease, Harrell have really done a great job hitting open shots. as the
turnover.
Burrows throws the ball away. Here comes Jessica Brooks. She's going all the way to the goal. Lays it in. MICDS with a 10-point lead.
Great job by Brooks.
John Merritt wants to take a timeout for John Burrows. MICDS with 2:49 left in the third quarter, 30-20. Yes, some excellent jump shooting. Alden Small coming off the bench with a couple of jumpers. IVPs. Zaire Harrell all knocking down that 17-foot jump shot that's presented to him. Of course, Jessica Brooks getting a lot of attention, averaging 18 points a game, but her teammates stepping up, knocking down open shots.
Exactly. That's what they're going to have to do if they're going to continue to win this game. They're going to have to knock down those open shots, and Small is doing it, and Harrell's out there. Of course, she's doing it as well. So Brooks is getting the help that she needs so far in this third quarter.
I'd like to thank everybody who's joining us. Earl Time Update in conjunction with our proud partners of Rare Gem Productions. Jade Harrell, our producer, owner of Rare Gem Productions, and she's very excited because that's her baby out there.
Yes, she is.
Getting buckets for my CDS Rams.
Man, she is. She's doing an excellent job. I know she's not happy right now with picking up that third foul, but she's been doing an excellent job so far in this game today.
MICDS will keep up the full court pressure. We'll see what Burrows does with it. They get it to Rayner inside, guarded by Kristen Holmes. Hawking the ball. Rayner with the old school, back down, gets it across the half court without a lot of trouble. Gets it over to Lily Walther. That's Ingrid King. She's had the hot hand. She wants a third one. Does she get the road? Oh, just off the rim. Hope would not have it. Jessica Brooks with the rebound. MICDS up 10, 2:25 left in the quarter.
It's amazing how Country Day is right out there, and they have a smaller lineup than what Burrows has, and they have been taking control of this game, going through with speed and with great jump shooting.
Kristen Holmes with an aggressive drive to baseline. She gets it out to Brooks, who works off the double screen. Pease from 15 feet. Bucket.
Pease doing an excellent job. Don't put me in the pod. Don't put me in the pod at all.
32-20, MICDS pushes the lead to 12 points. That's Madison Fuller getting all the way to the lane. Twist and turn in the lane, no good. Gets her own rebound. That's no good. Rebound, IVPs. Gets it to Holmes. Scott Small already putting up the stop sign. Let's hold this thing and set up and get a good shot.
Fuller a little out of control on that last play, so she has to keep her poise if she's going to make baskets for this Burrows team.
More weave action. This Kristen Holmes going to give it a look. No, worked off the P screen. Alden Small wants another jump shot. In and out. Rebound Pease, but it's taken away by Walther. It's going to go out of bounds, and it'll stay with the MICDS Rams. 1:21 left in the quarter. Rams lead 32-20.
And they're winning with hustle. Then you get hustle points, those that don't go on the scoreboard, and that's what Country Day is doing right now, and that's why they have a 12-point lead.
IVPs will inbound it. Working a little screen action, gets it inside. Brooks couldn't get the handle. Lily Walther comes away with the turnover. Excellent job inside. That's Peyton Starks. Tries to dribble in. She's cut off by the freshman, Alden Small, doing a nice job off the bench. Kylie Goldfarb just in the game. Gets it inside to Vanessa Polk. She knows what to do with it in the paint.
That's a grown woman move right there by Polk.
Yes, 32-22. Under a minute left to play. Nice little post feed. Polk with the drop step. 10-point game with less than a minute to play. Kristen Holmes walks it across and is going to hold it. Lily Walther guarding her closely. And she dribbles around the corner. Pease takes a look at a three, but instead dribbles out, gets it inside. No, she's going to take an extra step. Kind of indecisive whether to shoot or pass. Instead, she travels and Burrows with an opportunity to get this lead back to single digits. 39 seconds.
Zaire Harrell back into the game now for Country Day.
Has to be careful, though. 3 fouls, 10-point game. That's Kylie Goldfarb. Throws it in the middle, wide open to Sylvia Crawley. Crosses it off, it's knocked off her leg, but it's back to Rayner. 29 seconds. Rayner gets in the lane with the left-hand scoop layup. That's no good. Jessica Brooks out of traffic. She goes all the way down court, tries to get Harrell, but Vanessa Polk steals it. Got those arms up, nice behind the back dribble in traffic by Rayner, but it's stolen by Jira, but loses the handle out of bounds back to the Bombers with 14 seconds left to play.
If we go back a little bit to the last series down here on this end, you got to understand Harrell was open, but you got to remember, Vanessa Polk, 6'2". You
Yeah.
have to try to get it past her, and you couldn't do that.
Got to put some air on that. Scott Small gets Zaire Harrell out of the game with the 3 fouls, gets Pease back in. Peyton Starks weaves through the lane. Nice little floater in the lane. Peyton Starks, she's got that floater on lock, her 3rd of the game. 6 seconds left to play. Kristen Holmes has to hurry, takes a look at the clock. 2 from the volleyball line, off the back of the rim. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Our score, MICDS 32, John Burroughs 24. This is Earl Time Update coverage of MICDS John Burroughs, the rivalry, sponsored by TW Constructors. Also welcome in Arlington Lane, and we also have Rare Gym Productions and In the Zone.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
One Rare Gym Productions on Facebook. You can watch the game as well, and Spreaker.com. So many ways to watch this game.
Indeed. Just making power moves here, man. That's all we're doing. Yeah, great game so far, 32-24 with Country Day. And you got to see what Burroughs has to do in this 4th quarter. Burroughs is going to have to not only control the boys, but they're going to have to slow down the speed of Country Day, and that's what they've been doing so far, as Country Day has been getting great contributions over, not just from Jessica Brooks, but from Zaire Harrell, also from Ivy Pease and Alden Small doing great work. She had 6 points in that 3rd quarter, and that's the lift that they need going into this 4th quarter for Country Day. About to get started with the 4th quarter. And it's like Pease, Holmes, Harrell, Jira, and Brooks started off for Country Day here in the 4th. And here's Earl Austin Jr.
Final 8 minutes of regulation. Zaire Harrell back in the game. She has the ball. Gets it over to Jira, and Scott Small going back to the triangle game. And let's see, Burroughs is not going to let them hold it this time. They're going to try to be a little more aggressive. Kristen Holmes going to drive baseline, weaves through traffic. Jessica Brooks from 3-point range. That's no good. Rebound by Jasmine Raymer.
I'm surprised he went back with the stall offense. That's what I usually call it when I see anything like that. If you have no defenders there, go ahead, stall it.
Rayner with the 3-pointer from the right wing, front of the rim, no good. Pease with a nice rebound. Just underway in the 4th quarter. MICDS 32, John Burroughs 24, Metro League girls action here at the Bomb. That's Ellie Jira. And they use Crowley to go out and let Polk still stay around the basket. Jira's kind of a facilitator at the high post. Good passer. She's got to be careful dribbling. Now she dribbles, finds Pease, but Vanessa Polk engulfs the shot, takes it away. Get the rebound. A pump fake might be on order.
Polk said not in this house. Again, it's just amazing what she's doing so far in just her first year.
Polk gets it off, faces the double team, finds Rayner inside, hooks it off the glass. That's no good. Polk over the top with the rebound and in. Vanessa Polk starting to assert herself in the paint.
Grown woman status again from Vanessa Polk.
32-26. The lead is 6. MICDS had a 12-point lead. Let's see if they can get Jessica Brooks, their best player, involved in the game. That's Jira to Pease. Zaire Harrell works off the screen to Pease. Pease gets it to Kristen Holmes. We're 2 minutes into the 4th quarter, 6 minutes left.
Man-to-man action here now by Burroughs at this point. Well, Polk is going to stay inside. She's like, if you're coming in, I'm going to take it.
Nope. They're kind of using Sylvia Crawley as kind of a one-girl press. She's kind of hawking the ball. Whoever has the ball, that's where she's going to. Kind of Zaire Harrell's going all the way to basket. Does not take it over Polk. Jessica Brooks looks at the 3, looks a step back instead. Passes it back to Kristen Holmes. 5:30 left. That's a 45-second possession now. That's Kristen Holmes. Little shovel pass, bounce pass to Jira. That's Zaire Harrell to Jira. Jira is just kind of the safety valve, and Crowley goes out and fouls her. That's only the second team foul on Burroughs.
Looks like Mary wanted to get that foul so he can get his substitutes into the ball game.
Yeah, Fuller, Keene, and Walther all into the game.
Let's see what this move by Merritt does for Burroughs and see if they can get back and try to get the lead.
Six-point game. MICDS in the red. Burroughs in the white. Tough pass. Harrell gets it. She dribbles off her foot. It's going to say, is it deflected? No, it's deflected. Out of bounds. Got in a little trouble there as Burroughs was able to get a good trap in the corner. But MICDS will retain possession.
Right call made on that one. Right call made.
5:12 left in the game, or in regulation at least. 6-point game. Plenty of time for Burroughs to come back. Pease to Kristen Holmes. And that's Harrell. Fuller hawking that ball. She's a really good defensive player. Burroughs extending that defense a little bit. That's Harrell. A little step back in the lane. Bucket.
Great job by Zaire Harrell to do the step back.
Instead of taking it right to Polk, she stepped back, created the space, hit the short jumper. It's 34-26, 4:45. That's Starks. Fuller driving the baseline. Tried to get the hammer play to Keene, but Kristen Holmes with the great hustle deflects it out of bounds.
Great hands by Kristen Holmes, because that could have been a three-point basket on that possession.
4:42 left. That's Walter. Starks open from 17 feet. Back of the rim, no good. Polk with the offensive rebound. Back to Starks. A floater in the lane. She's fouled on the play. She'll shoot two.
Always get those second chance points.
Peyton Starks averaging 11 points a game. She leads the Bombers in scoring. Just a sophomore. Very talented young lady. Knocks down the first.
And we look at this Burroughs team. It's a young team.
Very young team. They're on the come, no question.
You're looking at six sophomores on this Burroughs squad. So they got a bright future coming up in the next couple of years.
Starks goes 1 for 2. It's 34-27. Burroughs extending the defense. Brooks gets it to Pease. Pease wants one from the left corner. That's off the rim. Look at Kristen Holmes, 5'1", skying for the offensive rebound. She's got at least 5 or 6, but the pass is stolen, knocked away. They're going to say it's deflected in the backcourt. Fogier runs it down. She's going to dribble through traffic. Pease takes a look. She's going to throw it back out to Holmes. 4:05 left to play in the quarter. Burroughs extending to the half court. She's trapped, and Scott Small takes the timeout wisely as Kristen Holmes killed her dribble. And seeing that, Scott Small takes the timeout. 4:01 left to play in MICDS. 34, JBS 27.
An amazing hustle by Kristen Holmes on that last series with that offensive rebound. I mean, like you said, she skied over her defender, and that's something that you like to see on a team, that you have a hustler such as Kristen Holmes.
Burroughs is 10-4, and MICDS kind of a rebuilding year, 8-7. Started off the year like 1-4, but they've done a nice job of really righting the ship. A lot of young girls getting experience, and John Burroughs, a team that's really doing a nice job building around some nice young talent. As you said, Arlington, a lot of future success ahead for these young ladies at John Burroughs. 4 minutes to play. Kristen Holmes to Pease. Burroughs, half-court drop. Holmes dribbles right through traffic, gets it to Harrell, and Harrell shot is blocked. That's Madison Fuller again.
Oh, she got hit in the face.
There was a collision, and Harrell collided with Walter, and I believe it's going to be a held ball. Harrell looks to be okay.
A little shaken up.
Though. She will not come out of the game, I can tell you that.
She's a warrior. She is not. She loves being in the game. So, and now you can see the aggressive that she has. You know, there's no way that she says, I'm getting out of this game.
MICDS, despite having the lead, they're keeping the pressure on. Keene gets it. They got numbers, 2-on-1. Polk on the backside. She bounces it inside.
Great poke by Holmes.
Lily Walter wants it from three-pointer. In and out. Hoop wouldn't have it. Starks had the rebound, but it's taken away by that girl, Jade Harrell. Jade between the legs gets into traffic, but stolen away by Lily Walter. 3-on-1 fast break. She wants to go all the way. No good.
Too hard.
Keene knocks it out of bounds.
Too hard. She just just lights up a little bit. She gets the basket there. But Zaire Harrell, she was just a little out of control on that last play. She needs to just kind of bring it back and reset so he can keep the clock moving.
In action this time, neither team able to get on the scoreboard, but you can tell it's a rivalry game. Both teams really getting after each other. Both teams pressing now. 34-27. Nice play by Madison Fuller. She wants to go all the way to the basket. Takes the contact. No, offensive foul. Wave it off. Kristen Holmes with the hustle. Got back and took the hit.
Believe it or not, if we were to give a player of the game, you would almost have to give it to Kristen Holmes because of her effort that she continuously doing in tonight's game.
Let's see. Did they put it's 34-27.
It should be 34-27.
Okay, they put 2 points on the board, so I believe it's 34-27, not 34-29. I believe they waved that basket off. Burroughs really doing a nice job with his half court. Well, the clock says 34-29, so we'll have to check that. Ivy Pease gets it on the baseline. Burroughs very aggressive, doing a nice job. And of course, Pease wants to dribble in the lane over Polk. Not a good idea. Polk takes the rebound.
They did take away the 2 points.
Yeah. Polk dribbles down, knocked away by Brooks, but gets it back to Peyton Starks. Polk just a pillar of strength in that paint. Starks wants to go bang a Euro step. Off the glass and in. Peyton Starks with the bucket. She's got one coming. Now it's 34-29. Chance to cut it to 4.
What a move. Peyton Starks says, I'm getting these buckets. And she surely did that.
Plenty of time, folks, and Burroughs is really in attack mode defensively, and it's led to some turnovers, some steals, and now they're really getting to the basket, and they've cut this lead. This could be a 4-point game with a made free throw.
See if Starks can get that free throw. This is where the game lives and dies, at the free throw line. Can you bury it at this moment?
Starks knocks it down. 34-30, 12-point lead, cut to 4. 2:20 left in the game. Burroughs with that 3 quarters, now half court, 1-2-2. Holmes dribbles through, gets it to Jessica Brooks. Brooks will have to make her presence felt if MICDS is to close this game. Look at Kristen Holmes dribbling through traffic, gets it to Zaire Harrell. Brooks facing the double team, she'll dribble out. We're approaching 2 minutes left in the game. Double team, Brooks. Gets it to Harrell inside the Jira, but that pass is stolen away by Vanessa Polk, doing it again defensively. Gets it to Jasmine Rayner. Rayner comes down the court between the legs. Once again, guarded by Harrell. 1:45 left to play. It's a 4-point game, but Burroughs trying to cut it in. Fuller looking inside, but double team. She's going to step into a 3. Rayner, that's off the back of the rim, no good. Pease chases it down, but knocks it down. It's going to be John Burroughs' ball. 1:35 left in the game. Scott Small wants to take a full timeout.
Need a reset there. They're getting out of control. They're letting the crowd and the clock mess with them a little bit. So this is a good reset. Good move by Scott Small.
John Burroughs making a furious rally. Cut the lead to 34-30. That's our score, and that's the time left in the game. And Burroughs can play aggressive. They still have 3 fouls to give before they're in the bonus, because they can play very aggressive, hawking that basketball, and they've done a nice job of really turning things around with their defense.
And they turn things up, like you said, in this second half. And this is the best time to do it. 1:35 to go.
Of course, this Earl Time update coverage of John Burroughs and MICDS. You can listen to the game. We're on Spreaker.com, or of course at Twitter at Earl Austin Jr. Earl Time Update, and we're at Facebook, One Rare Gem. Plenty of outlets to watch and listen to this excellent basketball game. We got one more coming up. We got the boys game, MICDS versus John Burroughs.
Nothing like a good rivalry game, right?
Rivalry games are great,
yeah.
No question. All right, Burroughs to get it in. That's Lily Walter. Lobs it over the top to Jazzy Rayner.
Little push off.
She'll come on to Kristen Holmes, and it'll be Lily Walter. MICDS kind of in a 2-3, and that's going to be a foul on Holmes.
I don't know.
MICDS with its 1 foul to give with 1:25 left in the game.
Saw a lot of forearms being used over for Burroughs.
Burroughs will be shooting one-on-one on the next foul. MICDS trying to pack in a zone. Could be a good spot for Keene for a three. That's Starks with another runner in the lane. Front of the rim, no good. Nice kick out from Pope. Keene wants a three. That's no good. Lily Walther with an offensive rebound. That's no good. Burroughs with 3 shots at it, and Walther will pick up the personal foul. That'll be their 14th foul. So Burroughs getting opportunities with offensive rebounds. Vanessa Polk with the good kick out. Probably could have made the layup, but she kicked out to a wide open shooter. Not a bad look as well. It'll be 1:15 left in the game. 34-30 MICDS.
This is a good one. This has been a good one here at the Bomb.
Kristen Holmes will face this 3-2, 1-2-2 trap by Burroughs. Starks is at the top. She does a nice job. Gets it to Gira. Gira faced by Walter. Dribble gets it to Brooks. MICDS in full delay mode. John Burroughs has fouls to give, and you may have to start giving them.
Start fouling.
Yep. Almost a turnover. Nice deflection by Lily Walter. Gira, MICDS not even looking to shoot, looking for clock.
They're going to really need to start fouling here.
5 clock. Scott Small sensing the 5 count on, and Ellie Gira, just a freshman, not knowing the 5 count was on. Scott Small gets the timeout with 40 seconds left to play.
John Merritt wanted that 5-second call really bad, and he didn't get it.
I think he probably has a beef because the pressure was on, and that could have been 6-7 seconds.
As much time as that was taken.
Yeah. Scott Small took the timeout before timeout. So 40.7 seconds left to play.
Got to start using them fouls.
Yes, MICDS leading John Burroughs 34-30. Burroughs with 14 fouls, so they have 2 fouls to give. And what you do, like you said, give 2 hard fouls. Go at the ball hard, and if you might get the steal, and if not, they call a foul.
Exactly.
You get the ball out of bounds, so there's nothing to lose going aggressively after a steal.
Exactly. You have to try in this case to get a turnover. If you can get a turnover, good. If you can't, you need to foul immediately. You need to lengthen the game out as long as possible, so that way you have an even better chance of trying to take the lead and possibly get a W here.
I see my buddy Scott Highmark has joined in the listener and the viewership there. All right, Scott, want to say hi, former Billiken, but he has an interest in this game. His daughter is an excellent young player at Westminster Christian. They're in the hunt for this Metro League championship.
Interesting to see what happens here.
40 seconds left. Ivy Pease gets it. They're going to give the foul quick. There you go. 5 fouls. They got 1 more to give before free throws. So John Merritt making sure we don't waste any more time. 38.4 seconds left. MICDS.
Starks may not be the person that need to make that next foul.
Yeah, that's her 4th personal foul. Don't foul, like you said. Hook pass there by Zaire Harrell.
Foul there.
And Walter gives the foul. So that's the last foul that Burroughs can give. Only ran 5 seconds off the clock. So next foul, MICDS will shoot free throws. MICDS did a nice job in the first half. Their first 7 points came from the free throw line, but what they do in the fourth quarter will mean even more. And I believe, we got an official timeout. Can't be a timeout with Burroughs because MICDS said
30-second timeout now from Burroughs.
Okay, he called the time. Okay, he was trying to get the timeout before the ball was put in play. So 33.1 seconds left. Burroughs trailing by 4 when he gets Madison Fuller. I think that's a good move. His best defensive player. Does good at making steals, good anticipation. So a lot of time left to play.
And you don't need to make a 3 at this point. You have to make sure that you get them at the line and see. Hopefully they miss free throws here, and you can go back in, try to get a quick deuce, and try to go back again on defense.
33.1 seconds left. I'd like to thank our sponsor for today's coverage of the MICDS John Burroughs MLK Double-Header. TW Constructors, Todd Weaver. We'd like to thank him for his support in all the Earl Time Update basketball coverage this winter. It's been a lot of fun. We have more coming with you as well. IVPs will trigger it in bounds. Burroughs picking it up, and it will be Jessica Brooks, guarded by Fuller, and Lily Walther will foul Brooks. So
about 4 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, Jessica Brooks, 18 points a game, will step to the free throw line. 1-1.
This is big. This is truly big. She needs to hit that first free throw if she wants to keep Burroughs from having any great chance of getting any buckets here in the final 29 seconds.
That first one is off the front of the rim, no good. Polk snatches the rebound. She has to have about 15. Plenty of time. There's Peyton Starks. She's going baseline, cut off by Kristen Holmes. 20 seconds on the clock. Little 15-footer, that's no good. Rebound, IVPs. Kristen Holmes throws it out to Zaire Harrell, and this could do the ball game here. Jessica Brooks, misses the layup, but she gets her own rebound. 6 seconds. It's still ball game. They're going to take the foul. That would have really iced it, but getting her own rebound runs more time off the clock. 3.8 seconds left in the game, and MICDS, I think, is going to escape with a hard-fought victory over their rival, John Burroughs.
Very much so, in a wild sequence over the last 20 seconds.
Jessica Brooks misses the first, but the ball is tipped out, and it's going to go out of bounds, and 0.3 on the clock.
It's not going to matter.
This will be our final score.
All right, we got a timeout
We're going to wait here. We're going to have a timeout. Going to work on that 4-point play. With 0.3, you could still get off a shot legally, a long pass.
You're looking at true desperation mode here.
Yep, you got to coach to the very end.
That's right.
You never know what's going to happen. It's 0.3, it's desperation, but you never know,
I've seen things with 0.4 of a second. I don't know much about 0.3.
It'll take a miracle.
Yes, it would.
But that's high school sports.
Definitely.
You never know, because you might be in this position sometime during the season, during a playoff game. So John Merritt's drawing up a play. That may not result in a win or a tie or whatever, but it's a good time for late game situation.
Always is a good lesson. It's a good lesson too. So you never know, because you may need to do this again sometime down the road.
Absolutely. MICDS just has to stay away. It's a 4-point game. You just let them shoot whatever shot they want.
Indeed.
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 34-30. 0.3. Of course, we'll have boys basketball about 15-20 minutes in between games. I'm going to step away. MICDS, they're just going to stand by the bench. That's even smarter. Stark's final shot is no good, and that's our final score. MICDS 34, John Burroughs 30. Very good ball game for both teams. Congratulations to the Rams. That's the first of 2 games. I'm going to step away here, but first I'd like to thank our sponsors, TW Constructors, and I believe we're going to keep it right here on Spreaker.com. I'm going to turn it over to Arlington Lane, and he'll take you through the pregame. We'll take a break, and Arlington Lane will take you through the pregame, and I'll be back for John Burroughs versus MICDS, the boys. We'll see you in a little bit.
We'll step aside for just a moment. We'll be back with more in just a moment. We got Burroughs, MICDS. The boys are on in just a few moments.